riders and learners. Yes, this is me in a suit riding a motorcycle. But it's all for a good cause. So this video is about DGR, the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride 2022 in Raleigh-Durham. So just to give you a little bit of background, a lot of the work I've been doing on the bike is not only just for myself, but I realized I had a little bit of a push for all those modifications, and I really wanted them done by this date. And so I was able to get them done by May 22nd, which is the date where I think it was worldwide. The DGR event, Distinguished Gentleman's Ride, was able to happen, and I was able to get them all done. So they'll be on my Instagram. It shows a lot of the bike mods. So if you want to see all the things I've done just to get ready for this event, but also just to the bike in general, take a look at my Instagram for that. It'll have a lot of pictures from the DGR event, but also just pictures of the bike and all the changes I've made. But I'm wearing a suit. It's a little different. It's a little crazy. Was a little scary, but stay tuned and you'll find out more. So when we got to the DGR location, well, first off, it was the Carolina Exotic Car Club. So indoors, where they had coffee and a whole bunch of bagels, which is just what I need in the morning. They had all these cars in there, and that was pretty cool. That was just a cool way to start off, just being inside. I never knew this was around town, so I don't know if I can just go in and just visit and see the cars just on a normal weekend. I would definitely do that. But that was the inside where we gathered and got together and just talked a little bit about the route, who was leading, where we were going, where we were going to stop for pictures and whatnot, and just to chat and talk. So after I signed in, logged in inside, I just took some time to walk around the bikes. There were so many beautiful bikes, even some actually towards the end of these two shots. You'll see there are some bikes that I saw from the other show I went to in Hendersonville. I think it's called The Meltdown. So I don't know if some people came from there to the RDU one, but it was amazing. You see that Ducati Scrambler there. A lot of beautiful bikes. And actually, I'm going to shut up so that you can just look at the bikes and not hear my voice for now. we had a few stops. Well, actually just a couple. So after we left that location, which was the Carolina Exotic Car Club, we started our ride. And then we took a stop, which is what you see here, took a stop at I think Dorothea Dix Park. And so we took a nice group photo, had a couple shots. Check my IG if you were interested in seeing what those shots look like. It's a group shot. And it was cool. It was cool to, hang out and just talk with other people with modern classics, vintage bikes, or really just, motorcycles in general, about their own bike and just how they got it, and, talking about the ride, talking about what modifications people had, why they picked the bike. It was really interesting. A lot of people asked me some questions about the Street Twin. Why did I pick it? What about it? That made me, interested in getting a motorcycle, getting a Triumph, a Street Twin in particular. So it was, it was great to have those conversations and talk to people about why motorcycles are important to each and every one of us. It was really cool. And also to get a group of people post, if you want to call it post-pandemic, outside doing things that they enjoy doing, it's pretty refreshing. That's what I'll say. It's pretty refreshing. So it was nice to be out. I have to say it was a little awkward riding in a suit. In the days before, when I was trying to figure out what I was going to put on, because part of the tradition is that everyone's wearing some sort of dapper wear, whether it's a suit or some sort of, collared shirt. Sometimes it's like a lot of people do a lot of vintage looking suits, right, with tweed and bow ties and all that kind of stuff. That wasn't really my vibe. I wanted to actually do something a little bit more modern. So as you probably saw in one of the other videos, or one of the other shots, I just ended up having a V-neck shirt that matched similar colored burgundy of the suit. Just to, do something different and not have a tie on. Also, it was a little hot. So May down here in North Carolina, it's starting to get roasted. So, wearing a tie wasn't necessarily something that I thought was going to be the most comfortable. So, I decided to hit up the V-neck and the burgundy suit with some brown shoes, and then luckily the helmet, the Biltwell Gringo helmet, and the gold bubble shield, it all ended up working out. So if you want to see pictures from that, you can hit up my page. They had a few photographers there. So Crystal Barbie Artistry, right? You could hit her up at her Instagram. She's a local photographer as well, along with JJ Photography. And there's another one. I should mention it, but I'll put all three, their tags, Instagram tags, on the description below. So you can, if you're a local and you need photography, whether it's something motorcycle related or not, feel free to hit those three folks up. They were great. So they took a lot of beautiful, amazing photos. So much, in fact, actually, I don't know if you saw it earlier, there was a motorcycle with a sidecar. And so one of the photographers actually was in the sidecar and taking photos as we were riding. So they would zip, a little further ahead and then take some shots while we're riding down the freeway, riding down the street. I thought that was pretty cool. So outside of that, we ended up also taking a nice long route, all local roads, and I think what they said is they're trying to go just between 30 and 45 miles an hour. So nothing crazy, but it was just fun enough to be as a group riding through different parts of Raleigh and Durham, and then we ended up taking a few loops around downtown Raleigh, where the Capitol is. So we also ended up, I think this was our last stop, which was this bar slash store slash culture haven. It had a little bit of everything in there. It's called Unlikely Professionals. And it was really cool. This little, garage. It looked like a little garage that opened up. It, had a little slope to the entrance, right? So it looked like maybe originally it used to be a garage and they made it into a little store. But when we got there, we ended up just communing. We just had everyone together. They did some contests. I believe one contest was best dressed, and for both the men that were there and the women that were there, and really just anyone that, not to genderize things, but anyone who was there who wanted to participate. You could participate in the best dressed contest. I did not. I was hot. I wanted some water. I wanted a cold beer. That was all I was interested in. I was just happy to be there. But it was cool. There were some prizes for those that won those two contests, and there was a raffle for a Hedon. I think it's Hedon. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but a Hedon helmet, one of the classic helmets that they had. I think he was saying, the guy who organized this, there's only 3 in the world, or something like that. Anywhere between 3 and 10. They weren't very many. And someone really, I think they got it for like $300. It wasn't that bad of a price, but I just did not have $300 on me to just start raffling off and auctioning off all sorts of stuff. I just don't have that type of money. But good for that person who won it. It was a pretty sweet open face, I think sea greenish helmet. It was pretty cool. But I met some cool people who owned the shop, and also someone who I ended up winning, or I guess de facto winning a gift card to go to another local restaurant, and one of the owners actually was a part of the DGR experience here. So it was cool. It's cool to see Raleigh and the Raleigh-Durham area in terms of businesses and people really get together and be a part of this, right? It really had a community feel, and so I had an amazing time. I would definitely do it every year. Maybe even get some other people involved and raise a little more money. But it was cool. I think I raised over $250. Not a whole lot. But when you do, you get actually a little patch, commemorative patch. And so I got to find a place for that patch, maybe on my motorcycle jacket or something. But it was great. It was a great time. Definitely would do it again. It's to benefit men's health, mental health, and prostate cancer research. So, it's a great cause. There's no reason not to participate. If you own a motorcycle, or even if you don't, but you know how to ride one, you can, rent one for the weekend or for the day from Rider Share or Twisted Road. Just can't rent mine because I'll probably be doing it. But I think this was Raleigh's second one. I don't think they've had a lot. So it was cool to be a part of it. We'll definitely do it again. Hopefully, they have it next year. Hopefully there's enough participants to do it. There should be. It'd be cool if it was just a Durham one. Not really sure why it's a Raleigh-Durham. I have to inquire and ask about that because it's 2 different cities. But nevertheless, it was a great time. All right, so my friends, riders and learners, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I got a lot of videos coming up, but your support definitely makes the channel better, makes the videos better, makes the equipment better, everything. Cameras, makes me better. Hearing some feedback. So feel free to comment your own experiences with DGR if you have any questions. Just reach out. Anyway, riders and learners, I'll chat with you all later. Have a great day.